Newton's theorem. Tama po. Okay, so yun, sa mga nag-thumbs up. So, for DC, and then after that, we'll be discussing AC naman. DC is direct current and AC is alternating current. So, let me share my screen. 36 pa lang tayo. Ang iba siguro ay papasok pa lang. So, the first one is the maximum power transfer theorem. Sige, nakikita na po ito. Yung nakashare ko. Okay, thank you. So, maximum power transfer theorem. Sabi niya, it states that a load will receive a maximum power from a network when its resistance is exactly equal to the Thevenin resistance of the network applied to the load. Meaning, ang internal resistance ng source mo is also equivalent or equal to the resistance of the load. So in this diagram, we have here RL as our load resistance, and the internal resistance here is the Thevenin equivalent resistance or RTH ano po, of the source. Yan po ang kanyang requirement. So meaning, pagka mas mababa o mas mataas ang alinman sa dalawa, hindi natin ma-attain yung maximum power transfer na kayang ibigay ng ating source. Ganun po ang kanyang sistema. So moving forward, in order to compute the power at the load side, we'll be using the power formula P equals VI, o pwede rin yung I squared R, or V squared over R. So ito yung mga formulas natin dati. Ano? So again, we are talking about DC muna, kasi yung mga ganitong topics din sa AC, sa alternating current. So, as an example of this, suppose we have this kind of circuit. Ano po? So, the source has an internal resistance of 75 ohms as shown here. And we are asked to determine the load power for each of the following values of resistance at the load side. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases. The first case is that the load resistance is 0. The next to that, 25 ohms. Next is 50 ohms. Next is 75 ohms. Next, 100 ohms. And the last is 125 ohms. Ano po? So from the theory, we expect that we'll be obtaining a maximum power at letter D. Yan ang ating assumption yan. Kasi yan ang nandun sa ating theory. So to compute for the power, of course, we'll be needing the value of current at the load side. So we will be using Ohm's law. So I equals V over R. And for power, we'll be using I squared R. Ito po. So for RL equals to 0, now here is the equivalent current flowing at the circuit. Series circuit lang naman ito, no? So the total resistance will be your RS, which is fixed, and your RL, which is variable. So the N series, we just simply add the two. And the source voltage is 10. So I from this formula is equal to V over R. So in our case, we have Vs over the sum of Rs and RL. Now, at first case, RL is 0. So, Rs lang po ang nandun, ano? 10 volts and 75 ohms na lang bali. And 10 over 75 will be 133 milliamperes. So, may current na tayo. We can apply this current here and R is 0, ano po? So, P, I squared RL. So, I, 133 milliamperes, square of that times 0. Any value here multiplied by 0 will be 0. Ibig sabihin, wala tayong power na transfer doon sa load. And that is 0. Ano po? That is the first case. The next one, RL is 25 ohms. So you'll be using the same formula. I equals Vs over Rs plus RL. RL now, this time, is 25 ohms. So Vs is still 10. Rs is still 75. And we have 25 ohms for RL. The sum of this is 100. So 10 volts over 100 ohms will be 100 milliamperes. Ano po? So may panibagong current tayo. Now, applying the same formula, P equals I squared R. So I is 100 milliamperes, square of that, times I, which is 25, will be having 250 milliwatts. So from 0, it increases to 250 milliwatts. Ano po? That is the second one. Now, the next is 50 ohms. Ano po? So, since 50 ohms yun, we simply substitute again from the formula I equals Vs over R plus RL. 10 ito, 75 ito, plus 50 will be 125. And 10 over 125 will be 80 milliamperes. So, ito naman yung current natin at case C. The formula is the same, P equals I squared R. The square of 80 milliamperes times 50 will give us 320 milliwatts. So from 250, it increases now to 350 milliwatts. Next is RL, which is equal to 75 ohms. So this is 10 again. 75 and 75 will be 150. 10 over 150 will be 66.667 milliamperes, 6.7. Now, apply again the formula power formula. I squared R, so 66.7 milliampere square of that times 75 will be 334 milliwatts. So, kanina, mula 250, ngayon 320, and then the latest is 334 milliwatts. That is at 75. Next is at 100. So, at 100, 10 pa rin ito, 75, and 100, so 175. If you are going to solve for I, that is 57.1 milliamperes. Ito na siya na 57.1 milliamperes square of that times 100 will be 326 milliwatts. So we can we noticed here that from 320 goes up to 334. Now it goes down to 326. Ano po? Bumaba na ulit siya. Yan ang nangyari sa kanya. Then the next one is 125. So still 10 po ito, 75 and 125 will be 200. We have 50 milliamperes. To compute for power of that, the square of current as square of 50 milliamperes times 125 will be 313 milliwatts. So kung titignan natin yung trending, 320, 334, 326, pababa na 313. So ibig sabihin, habang tumataas na naman ulit ito, ay bumababa na naman ulit yung power delivered to the load. Ano po? So ganyan ang sistema niya. So pag pinlat natin yan, ito yung maging sistema niya. This is at 0 ohm, 25 ohm, 50 ohm, 75 ohm, 100, and 25, and so on. So, with regards to the power, at 0, 0 din. At 25, nandito siya banda. At 50, nandito siya banda. At 75, nandun. And that is the peak value. At 100, bumaba na siya. So, ano po. So, yun. So, meaning, ma-attain natin, so from the theory, ma-attain natin yung pinaka-maximum power transfer at which the load resistance is equivalent to the internal resistance of the source. Ano po? Or the Thevenin equivalent resistance. Okay? So, yan po yung maximum power transfer. So, this is another one. Ano po ay, anyway, wala naman sigurong tanong. Okay, wala naman ako nakita. So, let's move on with the other example. Ano? This time, we have two sources, the voltage source and the current source. And this is your load. Given the network shown below, find the value of RL, so ito yun, for maximum power to the load. And find the maximum power delivered to this load. Ano po? So, ibig sabihin, ang hanapin natin ay yung value ng RL at ang power na kinukonsumo niya. Yun po ang hahanapin natin dito. So, to do that, mula doon sa theory natin, we are going to convert first this circuit into Thevenin equivalent circuit. Meaning, meron na lang tayong isang voltage source at saka meron tayong isang series resistance at saka yung load. Ganun ang mangyayari sa kanya. So, gagamitin po natin yung ating natutunan doon sa mga nakaraang discussions natin. The Thevenin's theorem. Okay. So, for the Thevenin's theorem, we have to remove this load para makuha mo yung Thevenin voltage. Alamin natin kung ano yung existing voltage dito pag tinanggal yung RL. Yun. And then, Thevenin resistance. So, kung tatanggalin ulit natin to, kung voltage yan, papalitan ng short. Pag current yan, papalitan ng open. Okay? Ganun po ang gagawin. So, ito muna, ang inuna natin ay ang Thevenin resistance. So, again, tinanggal natin yung load. yung voltage source dito, pinalitan natin ng short. Yung current source dito, pinalitan natin ng open. So, kung titignan natin, pag in-analyze natin yan, it is a simple series circuit. Ano po? So, kung alamin mo yung existing na resistance dito, that is 3 plus 10 plus 2. And that is 15 ohms. Yun ang kanyang RTH. Okay po. So, move tayo. So, ito na nga, 15 ang kanyang RTH. Meaning, dahil dun sa maximum power transfer theorem, dapat ang load resistance niya ay equivalent doon sa kanyang Thevenin resistance. And that is 15 also. So, RL should be 15 ohms. Okay? So, next to that, ang kailangan pa natin yung Thevenin equivalent voltage, yung ETH. Ano po? So, ETH, ito yung nag-i-exist dito. Now, remember, we have to have some analysis. Ano po, hindi yung complete na agad. Since open ito, wala pong current na dadaloy sa part na to. Pag walang current, walang voltage drop dito. Ano po? So, V equals IR. I is 0, kaya V is 0. So, walang voltage drop dito mangyayari. Connected lang, pero walang voltage drop. Same thing here sa resistance. Ano po? Wala ring voltage drop. Yan ang mangyayari. Tapos, ito siya. Pag in-analyze natin, sabi nga natin, so 0 na yan, 0 na to. Now, dito, sa part na to, since walang current na madaloy dito, yung current na madaloy dyan, yun lang ang circulating current dito. Mapapansin natin, may 6 amperes dito na current source. So, isa lang naman ang pupuntahan yan. Ibig sabihin, siya yung dumadaloy sa part na yun. That's 6 amperes. Ano po? Okay? So, kung may 6 amperes dito, malalaman natin ang voltage drop dito by Ohm's law. So, V equals IR. So, for R2, V sub 2 equals to I2 R2. And again, I is 6 amperes and R2 is 10 as given here. Kaya, meron tayong V2 na 60 volts. Okay? So, 60 volts, ano po? Ang existing dito. Dito 0, dito 0. Dito merong 68 na voltahe na existing. So, pwede natin gamitan yung Kirchhoff's voltage law para malaman natin yung existing voltage dito. Okay? So, again, meron ditong 60, ano? Sa kabila, 68. Pero depende pa rin yan sa kanilang polarity. Na makikita natin dito, so nandito yung positive ni current, ano kaya nandito yung positive? So negative, negative. So, adding yung kanyang voltahe. Okay? So that, by Kirchhoff's voltage law, kung dito man tayo dumaan, so negative yan, plus negative 68, and negative B2, plus negative 68. So, minus 68 din yun. Then, plus ETH equals 0. Nakabalik ka na sa dati. So, ito yun nating equation. So, if we solve for ETH, inilipat mo sa kabila yung positive na lahat. So, B2 plus E. And that is 60 plus 68. And that is 128. Ano po? So, pwede mo na ngayon i-drawing yung Thevenin equivalent circuit. Ang source voltage mo ETH is 128. May nakaseries kang, ilan na nga yun kanina? 15. Ayun. Tsaka yung RTH. Tinanggal mo rito RL anim. So, yan. Asan ka na? Okay. So, yan. ETH, sabi nga natin, 128 ito. RTH, 15. So, siyempre, for the maximum power transfer, your RL must be equal to RTH. And that is 15 also. So, meron ka ng value doon sa isang pinapahanap, 15 ohm. Yung pangalawang pinapahanap ay power. Ano po? So, again, we have the formula kanina, PVI, I squared R, V squared over R. So, meron tayong R na rito na value. May V rin tayo. So, we can use that. But this is the voltage existing at the load only, not the source voltage. Take note of that. So, again, voltahe rito at saka resistance nito. To use this formula, VL squared over RL. So, this is 15 ohms. This is 15 ohms. The same amount of resistance. Meaning, kung ano man ang source voltage, equally paghahatian nila kasi parehas na 15 ohms sila. No? Parehas na value. So, 128 ito, kalahati ng 128 mapupunta ron, kalahati mapupunta rito. Kaya, 128 over 2 rito. Kaya ito po yung nakikita niyo rito. So, the square of that over the resistance, which is 15, to obtain the value of P, and that is 203.7 watts. Okay? So, yun po ang ating power na nag-i-exist doon sa load at maximum power ang value na yun. Okay? So, yun po. So, this is the last example na for this topic. Okay? So, marami pa tayong i-discuss. I hope ay binasa niya rin itong mga in-upload ko last week yata yun. So, that's it for the maximum power transfer theorem. The other one is the reciprocity theorem. So, let me share again my screen. Okay, so ito naman siya, no? Reciprocity theorem. It states that the current I in any branch of the network due to a single source voltage E. So, ibig sabihin, isa lang ang source nito, ano? So, we have the source voltage E. Anywhere else in the network will equal the current through the branch in which the source was originally located if the source is placed in the branch in which the current I was originally measured. Ano po? So, medyo tricky ang pagkakasabi niya. Anyway, ganito yan. Ito muna ang focus ninyo. Suppose we have this kind of circuit and we have the source voltage E here. And then, if this source voltage E will act on the circuit, merong mga currents dito, ano po, na dadaloy. Now, at some point, kunyari, ang current mo rito ay I, current I. Pagka daw itong E ay inilipat doon sa saan mo sinukatan, doon sa tinanggalan mo na i-short mo yan siyempre. Na tinanggalan mo sa short mo yon, ang masusukat mong current doon ay yung parehas din na amount ng current dito. Ganun po ang reciprocity theorem. Okay? Take note of the polarity, no? So, ito'y positive. So, pag ganun, ito yung pag ganun niya. So, yung positive niya ay pag ganun. So, okay? Pag ganun ang direction nila. So, again, applicable only to single source networks. So, as an example, ito siya, no? Verify the reciprocity theorem for the network shown. So, ito'y kamukhang-kamukha nung nandun kanina sa example natin. Na. Suppose we have these resistances R1, 12 ohms, R2 is 6 ohms, R3 is 2 ohms, and then R4 is 4 ohms. And the source voltage E is 45 volts. So, ito yung ating E, ito yung kanyang I na tinutukoy dito. Ano? Sabi niya. So, paano natin ma-verify? Siyempre, isosolve muna natin yung I na value dito. Kung ano man yun. After nyan, ito, ilipat natin doon sa part na yun. Ito, shorted na. Dito naman ang alamin nating current. Dapat, ang amount of current na nasukat mo nung una ay parehas din ang amount of current na meron dito na existing sa pangalawa. Ganun po. So, ito muna. Okay? So, in order to solve for the current here, siyempre we have to solve the total resistance. Then, after the total resistance, you have the total current. And then, by current divider, makukuha mo yung current I dito. Okay? So, total resistance muna. Ito, naka-series. 4 ohms and 2, 6 ohms. Nakaparallel kay 6, o dahil parehas na 6 yon, 6 over 2. And that is 3. Okay? So, 3 ang total resistance nitong part na to. Na naka-series naman sa 12. Kaya, 3 plus 12 is 15 ohms. Okay? Hope na sundan. May IC reactions muna kung nakakasunod tayo. Sige, thank you. Okay. So, ito na po yung 15 na. Itong mga symbol na ito ibig sabihin parallel, to series. So, hope ay naintindihan nyo naman yan. So, may total resistance 15. Makakasolve na tayo ng total current IS or source current. Ano po? By Ohm's law. So, that is E over RT. 45 over 15. And that is 3 amperes. Pero hindi pa yun yung current na to. Ito yung current na 3 amperes dito. No? So, magdi-divide yung current 3 amperes na yon dito at saka dito. Ang kailangan natin ito. So, by current divider formula, we have I is equal to IT times the resistance of this over the sum of the two. Okay? Or, pwede rin namang, dahil 6 ohms ito, 6 ohms din to, di pantay. Di maghahati din sila ng pantay. Kaya, yung 3 amperes pinaghatian ng dalawa, that is 1.5 amperes. Meaning, the current line here is 1.5 amperes. So, yun pa lang yung una na parte. To verify, ito, sa susunod na circuitong isa-solve natin ay ililipat doon. Ito shorted na. Ito yon. So, ito na nga, no? Nilipat na natin. Ito shorted na. Aalamin naman natin ngayon kung anong current na dumadaloy dito. So, to do that, kailangan muna nating solvein ang total resistance nitong kabuuan, solvein ang total current, at saka magka-current divider naman tayo dito. Ganun din ang ating proseso kamukha kanina. So, for the total resistance, ito muna ay nakaparallel. Plus, nung naka-series na 2 at 4. Kasi naka-series na ito. Okay? So, parallel product over the sum of 6 and 12 yan. Okay? Ito. Product over the sum of 6 and 12 plus 4 plus 2. Ayan yung 4 and 2. The result of that will be 10 ohms. So, to find the total current or source current IS, that is E over RT. So, 45 pa rin yan over 10 will be 4.5. Ibig sabihin, yung current dito ay 4.5. Pero hindi yun ang hinanap natin. Ito ang hinanap natin. So, current divider tayo. I will be equal to IS, kung ano man yan, times neto over the sum of the two. Yun yung current divider formula. Ito yun ha. IS times neto, 6 ohms, ito yun, over the sum of the two, 18. So, mula dyan, ang makukuha natin ay 1.5 amperes. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang nakuha doon natin ito ay 1.5. Kanina, ang nakuha natin ay dapat 1.5 din. Ito. Ayan. So, parehas po. Ibig sabihin, na-verify na natin yung theory ng reciprocity theorem. Okay? So, yun siya. This is another example. Ano? Medyo marami-rami ang resistors. Ang sabi niya, verify the reciprocity theorem for this network shown. So, we have, ilan to? 6 ba to? 6 na resistors. We have the source voltage E here. So, ang current na tinutukoy niya ay ito. Ibig sabihin, susolve natin to. After na masolve natin yan, ililipat natin doon, dito naman tayo magsusukat ng current. Ganun ang gagawin. So, in order to solve for I, kailangan mo munang solve ang total resistance na ito, then total current, tapos magka-current divider dito, tapos magka-current divider pa ulit. Ganun ang gagawin. Ano po? So, ito muna. This is series na 2 and 4 is 6 ohms. And then, nakaparallel siya sa 4. Anyway, meron ditong solution yan. So, ito na nga yung 6. Ano po? Ito yung dalawa. Tapos, nakaparallel ito. Product over the sum lang. That is 2.4 ohms. Hindi na siya R4 ha. Hindi lang nabura yung R4 dito. So, ito na yung result ng dalawa. Tapos, ito nakaseries na naman. So, this is 4.4. Nakaparallel sa 6. Ano po? So, yan. 4.4 na nakaparallel sa 6. Ito siya. So, pag sinolve po yan, product over the sum again, that is 2.54. So, ito na lang. 4 at saka 2.54. Ito na yan. So, series, 6.54. That is RT. So, to solve for IS, source current, we have V over RT. So, 25 over 2.54 yan. That is 3.82. Pero hindi pa yun yung current na hinahanap natin kasi ito pa lang yan. So, para makuha natin yon, we will be needing current divider formula. Okay? So, ito yung hinahanap natin muna. I3 naman. Ito yung meron tayo IS. Hanapin natin I3. So, by current divider, dapat alam mo yung kabuuang resistance nito. Ano? So, mula doon kanina nagawa na natin yan. That is 4.4. Ano po? Kasi ito ay 2.4. 2. So, 4.4 yan. Now, to solve for I3, that will be equal to IS times 6 over the sum of 6, 2, and 2.4. Ito siya. So, 3.82 yung IS natin. and then 6 ito, and then the sum of the 3. So that your I3 will be 2.2. Pero hindi pa yun ang hinahanap natin. Ito pa lang yun. So magde-divide ulit siya dito at saka dito. Ano? Ganun ang mangyayari. So current divider ulit. So for current divider, ito na siya. I will be equal to I3 times 6. Ito yan. So ang I3 natin ito. Again, I3 times 6 over 10. Ito. Ang sum nila 4, 2, and 4 is 10. Okay? Kaya ang current I ay 1.32 amperes. Okay? First part pa lang yun. Now, for the second part, ito po, ililipat natin dito. Ito naman, papalitan ng short. Ito na yon. Okay? So, again, susolve natin ito. Andito siya. Kailangan muna nating makuha yung total resistance ng buong circuito na yan from the source, of course. So, paano yun? Ito muna ay parallel. Tapos, pag nakuha mo na yun as 1, naka-series dito. Then, ito naman ay naka-series lang. Pag-isahin to. Naka-parallel na ulit ito, kabilaan. Tapos, naka-series sa 4. Medyo hindi lang madaling tignan. Pero, ganun po ang magiging resulta niya. Okay? So, again, sabi nga natin, ito ay parallel mo na. 6 and 4 is 2.4. Tapos, ito yung 2. We just copy this. Ito, 2 and 4 is 6 ohms. Tapos ito, 4.4 na bale. Okay? Ayun po. 4.4 na yan. So, ito naman, parallel. Yung 6 and 4.4. Ito. The result of that will be 2.54, product over the sum. Ngayon, isa na lang, nakaseries mo. 4 at saka yung kina-compute mo, 2.54. The result is 6.54 ohms. Yun yung RT. Okay? So, mula doon, you can also solve for IS. That is 25 over 6.54 and that is 3.82. So, yun pa lang yung nandito. So, ganun ulit. Magka-current divider ulit tayo. Ano? So, ang hinahanap natin ito, tapos magbabranch pa ito rito kanina. Makikita ninyo. So, I3 muna is IS times nito, yung nasa kabila, over the sum of this. Okay? So, sana siya. IS, we have ito. 3.82 yung IS natin. Times 6 over the sum of 6, 2, and 2.4. Ito yan. So, we have 2.2. Pero ito pa lang yun. Meron pa yun ditong magbabranch. Yan, ito. So, ito ang hinahanap natin. Ano? So, pag hinanap naman natin ng I3, ay I1, I mean I. I is equal to I3 times 6 yung nasa kabila. Over 6 plus 4, 10. Kaya, ang makukuha natin dyan ay 1.32 amperes. So, yan. Na, kung titignan niyo, ito po ay parehas na parehas nung na-compute nating una kanina. Sana yan. Ito. Okay? So, they have the same amount of current flowing. So, yun po ang ating illustration or with regards to the reciprocity theorem. Ganun ang bibig niyang sabihin. Okay? I have 5 minutes remaining. Pwede pa siguro. So, stop share ko na yan. So, yun po ang ating mula sa umpisa mga pinag-usapan for direct current. Ano po? So, yung inyo ay ano ba to? DC and AC. Sa amin po sa electrical, isang semester yung DC lang, kaya marami kami tinitake up. Ano po? Yung AC, isang semester ulit yun. So, sa inyo ay pinagsama. Anyway, COE naman kayo. So, next will be the start of alternating current. Ano po? So, nasa narito yung ating discussion start for AC. Okay. So, itong ibang slides dito ay napakita ko na sa inyo dati. Ano? So, alternating current fundamentals. So, ito napakita ko na yan dati. Naalala ko yan. Ito yung dalawang popular na mga tao sa direct current at saka sa AC current. Alternating current at direct current. And also, napakita ko na rin to kung paano nagpo-flow yung AC at DC. Forward na tayo. So, mostly po, sa mga applications natin, sa mga industrial man yan, commercial, residential, ang madalas pong ginagamit natin ay alternating current, AC. So, napakarami po kasing dahilan or advantages ang AC over DC. So, ito yung ilan sa mga yan. Number one, so because more than 90% of electric energy is generated by AC machines. Ibig sabihin, yung mga power plants po natin na silang gumagawa ng ating kuryente ay AC po ang ginagawa nila. Okay. Pangalawang reason, because the generation of AC is more economical with larger power plants. Ibig sabihin, pag tinansmit mo yung power from one point to another, ay di hamak na napakalaki ang, kumbaga, matitipid mo kung DC ang gagamitin mo. Hirap na gagawin ng pagta-transmit ng DC to AC ay hindi ganon. Kasi hindi mo basta-basta may tataas at may bababa ang voltahe ng DC. Unlike AC, pwede mo siyang maitaas at maibaba using transformers na siyang nandito sa pangatlong sinabi. Because AC voltage can easily be changed to almost any desired value by means of a transformer. Okay? So, yan sila. 2 minutes na lang. Siguro stop share ko na ito. Para mas